the reflection of light on a curved surface. Previously we have discussed about the reflection of light on a plane surface. Now we are discussing about a curved surface. You are going to get an idea. Please try to understand. Please try to understand in a three-dimensional figure. It cannot be drawn on a board, but please try to understand in a three-dimensional figure. When you are taking a curved surface, imagine that you are taking a fruit like orange or any spherical fruit, and you cut a small slice. You will get an arc. If you peel it, you will get an arc. So you please try to imagine. So when you are getting a curved mirror, that mirror is being taken from a sphere. When you are cutting a part of a sphere, so if you are taking a mirror like this, and if you coat that in this direction, this becomes a concave mirror. Because the reflecting surface is inside is reflecting surface, and this is opaque surface. So this becomes a concave mirror. If the coating is given on other side, means the coating was given on this side, that becomes a convex mirror. So this becomes a convex mirror and this becomes a concave mirror. The difference is just where you give the coating. So let us take one example. Now let us have a discussion about a concave mirror. In that particular case, you are taking this mirror from a ball, from a sphere. So this sphere is having, I am able to draw only a two-dimensional figure, but this we have to imagine in a three-dimensional figure, like a lemon, like any kind of spherical body. And when you cut a small piece of it, you will get this piece, and this sphere is having a center, that is called the center of curvature. We call it as the center of curvature of the mirror. C is called the center of curvature of the mirror, and that is at the center of the sphere. And generally this center is called the pole of the mirror. Means if this is a mirror, this part, the center, is called the pole of the mirror, and an imaginary line which is drawn joining the center of the curvature and the pole of the mirror, we generally call it as the principal axis, or even the axial line, the principal axis. And here, for example, if the mirror is like this and the mirror is like this, aperture is different. The aperture of the mirror is different. So, I think you might have understood. Generally, the mirror will have less aperture. And next thing is, I think here, when a reflecting surface, a parallel beam of light, here the light ray which is coming from a far off distance, we have a parallel beam. For example, the light which is coming from the sun, it's a parallel beam. Any light which is starting from a long distance is a parallel beam. For example, there are converging, this is called a converging beam. Converging means the light is coming to a single point. For example, if you pass the light through a convex lens, then the light will be converging to a point. This is called a converging beam. And there is another beam, that is diverging beam. From a source, the light is just going away. It's called a diverging beam. So the parallel beam, converging beam and the diverging beam. Already these are the terminology, all the students already know about it. So now let us see. Here, this is a parallel beam. This is a parallel light. So my dear friends, here we have to see again the laws of reflection. Again here also the law of reflection applies. At this point is the point of incidence of the ray. The ray is just falling at this point. At this point we have to imagine a normal. Imagine a tangent at this point. First imagine a tangent at this point. So now you are drawing a tangent at this point. To this tangent there is a normal. See, the normal always passes through the center of curvature. This is the normal, means a perpendicular line to the tangent always passes through the center of curvature. So this is the normal, and this is the reflected ray. See now, after reflection, this is the angle of incidence, and this is the reflected ray. The ray is getting reflected like this. The ray is getting reflected like this. So this is called a reflected ray. This is called a reflected ray. So now this angle is again R. According to our laws of reflection, I and R are same. So here, please try to understand, my dear friends. The ray is going like this. Another ray. That ray is again going like this. After reflection, there is another ray. That ray is again going like that. After reflection, there is another ray. After reflection, again it is passing through that. So you can see that all the reflected rays are passing through a same point here. So they are getting converged at a particular point. That point is called the principal focus. That point is called the principal focus. So at the point of principal focus, these rays are really converging. That is not apparent, but that is happening really. So at this particular point, when you are putting any screen, you can see the image can be caught on the screen. To catch the image on the screen, you have to put your screen at F. So here, this is called the principal focus. The distance between the principal focus and the pole of the mirror is called the focal length. It's called the focal length. Focal length is nothing but the distance between the principal focus and the pole of the mirror. And the distance between the center of curvature and the pole of the mirror. Center of curvature and the pole of the mirror. That is called radius of curvature. We call that is the radius of the sphere. Radius of curvature is nothing but the radius of the sphere. So now here we have discussed about few terminology. What is center of curvature? Center of curvature is nothing but you are taking a mirror. If you complete a sphere out of that mirror, the center of that particular sphere is called the center of curvature, and the center of this particular mirror is called the pole of the mirror, and the imaginary line drawn joining them is called the principal axis, and the parallel beam of light is passing through, converging at a point. That point of convergence we call as principal focus. The distance between the principal focus and the pole is called the focal length, and the distance between the center of curvature and the pole is called the radius of curvature. Here also it is following the first law of reflection, that is angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection at every point. But the only thing is you must draw the tangent at the point, and you have to draw the normal. Every normal passes through the center of curvature. So this is the thing. These are the different terminology. Now there is a relation between R and F. R is nothing but equal to 2F. So let us see what is the difference between. Now you understood in this. You understood what is the parallel beam, converging beam, diverging beam, and how. What are the different terminology we use in a particular mirror. In this particular case, the principal focus is a real, it is real, it is not virtual, it is really happening, so it is real. Now let us see the same thing, in the case of, or otherwise we will first see what the relation between R is equal to 2F, relation between radius of curvature and the focal length. Okay, friends, now again we are seeing the relation between R and F, that is the radius of curvature and the focal length. R is equal to 2F. How it is? Let us see. In this case, I request all the students to please understand a small concept. These are the two parallel lines, and this is a transversal. When this is a transversal, we have alternate angles are equal. Alternate angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Let us see, alternate angles are equal means what? This angle is equal to this angle. This is one. This angle is equal to these two are alternate, interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles are equal. This angle is equal to exterior alternate angles are equal. This angle is equal to this angle. Again, exterior alternate means this angle is equal to this angle. These are the alternate angles. When two lines are parallel, when the transversal is dividing the two lines, intersecting the two lines, the alternate angles are equal. That already we know it. Already you know it. And next thing is corresponding angles are equal. For example, if this is a parallel, these are the two parallel lines, corresponding angles are equal. Means this angle is equal to this angle. These two angles, this angle is equal to this angle, corresponding angle. This angle is equal to this angle, and this angle is equal to this angle. These are the corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are equal. And also vertically opposite angles are equal. These two angles are equal. Vertically opposite angle. These two angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles. That everybody knows, because when two lines are taken parallel, the alternate angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, and vertically opposite angles are equal. Now we are going to use this in this. So in this particular case, please try to understand. This is one line. This is one line. Imagine these two are the two parallel lines, and this is a transversal. This is a transversal. So this angle is equal to this angle. So this is angle I. So this also is equal because they are. So the alternate angles are equal. So my dear friends, when these two angles are equal, these two distances are also cut. The angle, if you take a triangle, if the angles are equal, the corresponding sides are also equal. So this length is x. This length is also x. So my dear friend, here this length is x and this length is also x. So now this total length is 2x. X plus x. So now this is f and this is r. So r is equal to 2x. So r is equal to 2x. So that is nothing but equal to r is equal to 2f. So the radius of curvature is double that of the focal length. That is the relation between r and f. Wherever it is required, we will be using the relation r is equal to 2f, and this is the reason why we are using. In this case, now we are going to discuss about the same thing, but previously we have taken concave mirror. Now we are taking a convex mirror. Convex mirror means the thing is the same, but we are giving a coating inside. So the outer side becomes a reflecting surface. So again, everything is the same. You are taking a sphere, and the center of that particular sphere is called the center of curvature, and this is called the pole of the mirror, the center, and axial line or the principal axis. Please try to understand here. This is a ray, incident ray. This is the incident ray. This is the angle of incidence. This incident ray, and this is the normal. At this particular point, if you take a tangent, and this is a normal, this is a tangent and that is the normal. So this normal again passes through the center of curvature. This is the normal. So this is the angle of reflection, and these two are equal. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. And this ray is going, it is appearing as if it is coming from this point. It appears as, this is not real. This is not real, this is virtual. It appears as if it is coming from the point F. I think you might have understood. In the previous case it was real, but in this case it is virtual. One more ray. This is another ray. After reflection, this is the incident ray, the angle, and this is the reflected angle, and this is the normal. This is a tangent drawn at this point. And here also this ray is going like that. It appears as if it is starting from here. So this point is again a point of convergence, but it is not a real point of convergence. It's not really converging, but it appears as if it is converging at this point F. So this point F is called the principal focus. But in this case, it is not real, but it is virtual. It is not real, but it is virtual. I think this cannot be caught on a screen. this cannot be caught on a screen. This is not really happening. It appears as if it is coming from this point. And the rest all the things are the same. Radius of curvature, the distance between the pole and the center of curvature is called the radius of curvature. And the distance between the pole and the principal focus is called the focal length. The rest all things are the same. The only difference is here it is virtual, in the previous case it is real.